This guy's a little twig. We all know that if he sat next to me, he would have never said anything. We know that. To sit behind a screen, in front of a camera, and talk shit about other people, thinking that they can never find you, or they'll never ever see you in person. But let me tell you something. As big as the world is very small.
So, in case you don't know who this guy is, his name is King Azule. He's the typical alpha male, Andrew Tate, mindset, Sigma grindset coach archetype. And his hustle is selling mindset coaching on how to become rich and a manly man like him. So maybe one day, you too can be posted up in a mansion surrounded with chicks. In my opinion, if someone is gonna teach me how to get rich, I'd like them to do it through technical knowledge about a business, not just giving me some Sigma grindset talk and tell me to go get rich after. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I just lack the mindset. Anyways, this guy's whole image on social media is I'm rich, I'm jacked, I'm strong. But the thing with that is, if you constantly have to tell people you're rich and awesome, you're probably not very rich and awesome. People who really got it like that wouldn't be on social media asking to teach you. They would just be living their lives. Unless maybe it's the teaching you part that's actually making them rich. Now this guy's videos, they're a bit out there, if you know what I mean. He's making these wild claims like he beat up his dad at 13 and a bunch of other great stuff.
From that point on, my dad knew he couldn't take on me. I was 13. He picked up a wooden stick and he went to hit me over the head, and I did this and it broke. And then I took it out of his hand, picked him up and threw him on the coffee table. That's the beauty that we are actually superhumans. We just don't unlock these genes because we don't put our body and our mind through the pressure. There's something called microfractions. It's little microfractions that you cause with hitting the bone, thickens the bone. And I used to sit there and hit my shins with hammer all fucking day. You know why people wear boxing gloves? So they don't fuck up their hands by hitting somebody's head. Your head is the strongest bone in the body. And if you train it, dang it enough, for a whole year, it becomes 4 times thicker. That's what I learned from the Shaolin monks.
So when you're out making these types of wild claims on the internet for all to see, people are gonna call you out on it. And that's exactly what MoistCr1TiKaL did with this guy. But Charlie, he's in trouble now. The man bit off more than he could chew because the king himself has stooped down from his throne and made a response for us mere mortals. And how did it go? Exactly like you think it would.
Mr. MoistCr1TiKaL. Now guys, this guy is absolutely out of his mind. You know when they say you mess with the wrong guy? Well, let me tell you, you mess with the perfect guy. If you think you're Asian bad boy, let me tell you something. You do not know anything about this Jew. This Jew is a Juju, and he does not like when people mess with his name. So let's talk about this gentleman here, MoistCr1TiKaL, who says that I'm a complete moron.
Just really quick, you gotta love the shirtless gym picture of him in the background. Like, how self-centered do you have to be to have screensavers of yourself posted up around your house? You know how most people keep those default Windows nature scenery backgrounds? This man said, nah, put more of me up in there.
I know something about you that most people don't. Kids at school laughed at you. They didn't like you. You were the scrawny little boy with pimples on your face. You were definitely not getting any. And all of a sudden you grew up as a man sitting in a room by himself. Every single video is in the same room. Like, do you ever get out of your room? Ever? And what's up with that crazy tattoo on your hand? Do you not like the look of your arm, like mine, where it's all nicely and shredded? I mean, I would never cover up my arm like that.
You are though. You literally also have an arm tattoo. I think this part was just engagement bait, if I'm being honest. He knew what he was doing with this one.
You're teasing me, you naughty.
But let's go on.
Now what's going on with you? Microfractions. We all know what fractions are. And obviously, I knew that it's not microfractions, it's microfractures. But at the same time, it brings a ton of engagement. And hey, you make videos on all the guys who are blowing up. And clearly, I made it to the show. I'm blowing the fuck up, baby. You already know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Your long form videos barely get past 10k views most of the time. I wouldn't call that blowing up personally. Also, the whole I'm doing it for engagement thing, it's a good excuse. It is, but I'm not sure if I buy it personally. The part where he said he banged his head for like years to get it stronger, I actually believe that. He sounded dead serious when he said that, and that gives you straight up CTE, so yeah.
We both know that you would never, ever, ever talk shit if you were here in front of me. You'd piss your pants. And brave ones like you, yeah, there were many. But all of them pissed their pants. Some of them shat their pants. I'm not an Instagrammer. I'm not an influencer. I'm not a social media guy.
You literally are though. You post videos like daily, pretty much. You're about as much of a social media guy as it gets, actually. Also, how typical of a response is it to say, well, I can beat you up? Someone calls you out for something that you did, and instead of just addressing the facts that you were wrong about the skull being the strongest bone in the body, you jump straight to that. He knows he's wrong, but he got embarrassed. And it's not about being right anymore. It's about ego. So he protects it through the only way that he knows. Threatening violence. It doesn't make you look cool, and it doesn't make your statements right. It just means you got exposed for being wrong and you don't know how else to deal with it. This guy just entertains me with his stupidity and how he thinks he's 100% right and that he's an alpha sigma wolf male. This guy thinks he's blowing up because people look up to him and respect him when in reality, he's just a meme. I wish I could find somebody that loves me as much as you love yourself. And that pretty much sums up the public opinion. If you generally want to be liked as a person, and being liked is very important when you're a salesman like this guy, don't be full of yourself. Don't big yourself up every chance you get. Be down to earth, chill, and let your actions speak for you. Okay, peace out, bye.